Yeah, right, guys. In the last session, we discussed about methods, method declaration, and method definition. Method declaration represents signature of the method. What is the return type of the method? What is the name for the method? And what are the parameters for the method? Method definition represents method implementation, nothing but method body. What is the logic that you want to write inside the method? That is called method body. So in the Java, developing a project nothing but developing the classes. Inside the classes, we are going to develop the methods. So now there are two types of methods available. One is instance method and another one is a static method. All the Java methods we can divide into four categories. What are the four categories of the methods? Methods with return type, with return type and with parameters, without return type with parameters, without return type with parameters, with return type without parameters, with return type and with parameters. Any Java method that you write, either user defined method or predefined method, comes under this category only. Whether it is a user defined or whether it is a predefined, comes under this category only. Yesterday, I have given some requirement and you guys are able to identify the methods with a proper signature. What is the return type? What is the parameter? And what is the return type? What is the name of the method? And what is the parameter for the method? All right. Okay. Now, so today also we are going to work with methods only, but we are going to understand how to use objects as parameters and objects as return types. Can I use any return type? Can I take anything as a return type for the method? Can I take primitive type? Can I take reference type? Yes. Can I take array as a return type? Can I take string as a return type? Yes. What I can take as a method parameter? Parameter also can be anything. I can take primitive type as a parameter. I can take array also as a parameter. I can take reference type also as a parameter. Today, let's understand how we are going to work with them. Now, let me remove this. Let me remove this. Okay. So I have a class with a name called driver. Inside the class, I have a method called main method. Public, static, void, main, string, arguments. Now, here I want to write a method which will take array as an input and will print the elements of the array on the console. Can I write a method for that? Yes. I want to write one method which is used to print elements of the array. Void, I'm taking a method as a print integer, I'm taking array as a input. So what is the parameter of the method? Array, integer array. My method expecting one array. What my method is returning? Nothing. It is a void. Now I want to print that array. How many ways we can print that array? For loop, for each loop, arrays dot toString. Arrays dot toString I want to call arrays dot toString. Arrays dot toString is my method or it is a predefined method? Predefined method. For that I am passing array as a parameter. So now toString method is taking my array as a parameter and it is giving string as a return type. ToString is a predefined method. It is taking my array as a parameter and it is returning string as a return type. I got the string. Can I print the string on the console? System.out.println of str. Okay. My method declaration completed. My method definition also completed. This method is a static method or this method is a instance method. This method is a instance method. If I run my program, this method will execute by default, or this method will not execute by default. When I run this program, this method will execute by default, or this method will not execute by default. This method will not execute by default. Why? Whatever the methods we write, we need to call those methods. How to call the method? By creating the object. Driver D is equal to new driver. Driver D is equal to new driver. D dot print. What it is expecting? Can I directly call the method, or I need to pass the array as a input? I need to pass the array as a input. Now here I can create one array. Integer array is equal to, directly I will store some value 10, 20, 30 and 40. Can I say this is a array? Yes. Can I pass that array as a parameter? Yes, I'm passing array as a parameter. Run this program. So which method is printing the data? Print method. Who is calling the print method? Main method. Who is calling the main method? JVM. My print method is taking int array as a parameter. Main method is taking string array as a parameter. What is the return type of two methods? Return type. Main method return type is void. Print method return type is also void. Main method return type is void. Print method return type is also void only. Perfect. So with this we are able to understand how to write the instance methods. For example, if I make this method as a static method, do I need to create the object? Do I need to create the object? No. Class name dot method name. Class name dot method name. Right. Run this. Am I able to execute? So if it is an instance method, we will call that method by using object. If it is a static method, we will call that by using class name. Now here I can remove the class name also. Why? Because both are in the same class. My calling method, my caller method, both are in the same class. Then class name is also optional. This is one static method. This is one static method. Both are available in the same class. Then we can call them directly. No need to use the class name. Suppose for example, if this print method available in the another class, then I need to use a class name dot method name. My main method, my print method, both are available in the same class. We can call them directly without using the class name also. All right, fine. So with this we understood how to write the methods and how to call the methods. From now onwards, I want to use objects. In the real time, we are going to represent the data in the form of object, because Java is a object oriented programming language. Java is a object oriented programming language. So everything we will represent in the form of object, working with methods using objects. So today mainly we are going to focus on working with methods, working with methods using objects. That means I will take one object as a parameter. I will take a method parameter as a object, and I will take a method return type as a object. Okay, what is the meaning of object? Did we discuss about objects, guys? Yes. What is the meaning of object in the Java? Object nothing but it is a physical entity. Object means it is a physical entity which is used to store the data. Object means it is physical entity. Objects are used to store the data. Object will be created based on a class name. Once your class is available, for that class you can take the object. For that class, you can create the object. Objects will be created based on class name. Object will be created based on class name. To create the object, we will use new operator. We will use new operator. Object will be stored in which area? Object will be stored in heap area. For every object, JVM will assign one unique hash code. For every object, JVM will assign one unique hash code. Can you read these points? Object means a physical entity. Object means a physical entity. Objects are used to store the data. Object will be created based on class name. To create the object, we will use new operator. Object will be stored in the heap area. For every object, JVM will assign one unique hash code. Can I create the object without class name? Without having the class, can I create the object? No. If class is available, can I create multiple objects for the class? If I have a student class, can I create multiple objects for the student? Yes, I can create multiple objects for the student. All right. Now, here guys, in the real time projects, data will be represented in the form of objects only. You are entering the data in the login form, you are entering the data in the registration form or search form, whatever it is. The complete data will be represented in the form of object only. In the real-time projects, our methods will take parameter as a object, method will return object as a return type. In the real project development, objects will play the major role. In the real projects, objects will play the major role. What is the purpose of object in the project? What is the main purpose of the objects? Objects are used to store the data. What is the meaning of a project? Take the data, store the data. Take the data, display the data. Store the data in the database. Take the data from the user, store in the database. Take the data from the database, display to the user. So project means it is going to deal with the data. Getting my point? Project means it is going to deal with data. How to represent that data? By using objects. Java is a object-oriented programming language. Everything will be represented in the form of objects only. So in the real-time projects, data will play the major role. In real-time projects, data will play the major role. Java is a pop language or Java is a OOP language. So everything will be represented. Everything will be represented in the form of objects. Everything will be represented in the form of objects. In the real-time projects, our methods will deal with objects only. Some methods may take primitive data type. Some methods will use primitive types as a parameter return type, primitive type as a return type, or primitive type as a parameter. But most of the methods will deal with objects as a parameter. Method parameter we can take as a object. Method return type also we can take as a object. In real-time projects, mainly our methods will deal with objects only. Please read these points. Object means physical entity. Objects are used to store the data. Object will be created based on class name. To create the object, we will use new operator. Object will be stored in the heap area. For every object, JVM will assign one unique hash code. In real-time project, data will play the major role. Java is a OOP language. So everything will be represented in the form of objects. In real-time projects, mainly our methods will deal with the objects. Our method will deal with the objects. Okay. Now, let us see here. I'm taking one class with a name called student. What is that, guys? Student. In this student class, I'm taking integer ID and string name. Class student into ID string name I am taking. Okay. Student class into ID string name I am taking. Now, can I create the object for the student now? Student S1 is equal to new student. Can you tell me what will happen when this line of code is executed? Memory will be allocated. Memory will be allocated for these variables also. Memory will be allocated for these variables, or memory will not be allocated for these variables. Will be allocated, will not be allocated. Will not be allocated. Local variables, huh? Instance variables. This is one class. This is one class. This is one class. So in the single file, I have created two classes. One class object I am creating in the another class. Are you guys getting my point? Project nothing but collection of classes. Don't think that we are going to write only one class. In the project, multiple classes will be available. One class will communicate with the another class. How one class will communicate with another class? Now, my driver class having a main method. Inside the main method, I am creating the object for the student class. Are you guys clear with my point? Now, whenever I create the object for the student class, here this class object will be created. In this class, instance variables are available. Memory will be allocated for the instance variables. We discussed about the variables. How many types of variables available? There are three types of variables available. What are the three types of the variables? Static variable, non-static variable, local variable. S1 is what kind of variable? S1. दिवाली आ गया पूरा चले गया दिमाग से. S1 is available inside the method, that is a local variable. क्या यार क्या हुआ आपको? Just 3 days back only we discussed about global variable, static variable, local variable. Where is S1 variable available? Inside the main method. That means it is available inside the method. If the variable is created inside the method, it is called as local variable. What about ID and name? ID and name available where? ID and name, where those variables are available? Inside the class. So those variables are instance variable. S1 is a local variable. ID and name are the instance variable. At that time, I have taken only one class, but now I have taken two classes. One is a student class, another one is a driver class. Can one class create the object for the another class? Simple, man. I am one object. He is one object. Can I talk to that object? Can that object talk to me? Can we communicate? Similarly, Java classes also can communicate. One Java class can communicate with the another Java class. Inside the driver class main method, I am creating the object for the student class. Are you guys getting my point? How many Java classes are available? There are two Java classes available. What are those two Java classes? One is a driver class, another one is a student class. Which class having the main method? Driver class having the main method. Are you getting? Yes. Now, if I run this program, what will happen? If I run this program, what will happen? When I run this program, how many classes will be loaded into JVM? Two classes will be loaded. Why? In the same file, I have two Java classes. Inside one file, you can write the two classes also. You can write the three classes also. You can write the four classes also. One file can contain multiple classes also. Are you able to follow me? Yes. Now, when this program is executed, how many classes will be loaded? Two classes will be loaded in method area. What are the two classes? One is a driver class, another one is a student class. One driver class will be loaded and one student class also will be loaded. Then program execution will begin from main method. Both classes having the main method or only one class having the main method? One class only having the main method. Main method is the entry point for JVM execution. When this main method is executed, do you have any logic in the main method? What happened to you guys? Diwali effect. Clearly there is a line of code. That is my logic only na. Do I have the logic in the main method or I don't have a logic in the main method? I have a logic in the main method. What is the logic in the main method? Creating the object. One statement is available. That is my logic. Whatever I write inside the method body, that is called my logic. If I declare like this also, integer a is equal to 10. This is my statement. This is one logic. This is available inside the method. This is my method body. So inside the main method, logic is available or logic is not available? Logic is available inside the main method. What is the logic available? Creating the object. What is the meaning of object creation? Allocating the memory. Now, this is my method area. What is this? Method area. And this is my heap area. What is the difference between method area and heap area? Inside the method area, class code will be stored. Inside the heap area, object will be created. Now, in one file, I created two classes. One is a driver class, another one is a student class. When this program is executed, execution will begin from the main method. Inside the main method, logic is available to create the object. Where that object will be created? In the heap area. Whenever the object is created, memory will be allocated. After the object is created, it will check for instance variables of the class. Am I creating the object for the driver? I am creating the object for the student. I am creating the object for the student. In the student class, do we have any instance variables? Yes. Memory will be allocated for the instance variables or not? ID with 0. Name with null. Why it is storing 0 and null? Default value. ID is the into type. For into type, default value is 0. Name is a string type. For string, default value is a null value. This object is having a pointer, that is reference. What is the reference of that? S1. What is S1 now? S1 is a variable which is holding student class object. Getting my point? S1 is a variable. It is holding student class object. S1 belongs to what type? What is the data type of the S1? Student. Student is a class. Can I say it is a reference to data type? It is a primitive data type or it is a reference to data type? S1 is a variable which is belongs to student class. That means it is a reference to data type variable. What is the value available in the S1? Object is available. Inside the object there are two variables. Instance variables available for every object. Every object will maintain its own copy of the instance variable. Now, can I do like this? S1.id is equal to, can I initialize that variable? S1.id is equal to 101. S1.name is equal to some Raju. Can I do like this? Is it valid or invalid? It is valid. Now, can you tell me what is going to happen when this logic is executed? Already I have explained. Already I have explained in the instance variable. Can you tell me what will happen when these three lines of code is executed? Yes, tell me. Line number 7, first line in the method. Okay, execution will begin from the main method. When the line number 7 executed, what will happen? Object will be created. Where the object will be created? Inside the heap area. What is the meaning of object creation? Allocating the memory. Object is created. In this object is created for a class. Immediately what JVM will do? Check for the instance variable. Do we have any instance variables for the student class? It will check the instance variables of the student or it will check the instance variables of the driver. Student only. Why? Object is created for the student only. For student class, there are two instance variables available. One is ID, another one is the name. Then immediately what it will do? Allocate the memory for the ID, allocate the memory for the name. Is there any value stored into those variables? No. Then what JVM will do? Initialize with the default value based on the data type. What is the data type of the ID? Integer. What is the default value? 0. What is the next variable? Name. Is there any value? No. Then it has to store the default value. What is the data type? String. What is the default value for the string? It is going to store null value. Does this object storing into any variable? Yes. What is the name of the variable? S1. S1 is a variable which is holding student class object. That is the logic. Got it? Yes. Now, system.out.println s1.id, system.out.println s1.name. Can I access the value of the variables now? Can I access the value of the variables? Right. Execute. Am I able to get the data? Yes or no? S1.id, it is giving me 101. S1.name, it is giving me Raju. For example, I will do like this. Student S2 is equal to new student system.out.println of S2.id plus I will do S2.name. Here also S1.id plus S1.name. Yes. Now, can you tell me what is the output I am going to get here? Line number 11. Line number 11. 101 and Raju. Line number 14. 0 and null. Why I am getting 0 and null? I am not initializing the object. Okay. Every object will maintain its own copy of the instance variable. First S1 object only I have initialized. S2 object I have not initialized. It is initialized with the default values. Are you clear? Good. Now my requirement is write a Java method. Write a take the paper. Take the paper. Do the exercise now. Write the Java method. Write the Java method to print. Write the Java method to print data available in the object. Write the Java method to print data available in the object. Write a Java method. Write a Java method to print data available in the object. Write a Java method to print data available. Simple example. Yeah, you can take it as a student object. Write a Java method to print data available in the student object. Write the Java method to print the data available in the student object. Just print it. That's it. Write a Java method to print data available in the student object. Good. कहाँ है भाई आपका notes? Pen नहीं है? Guys, can someone give the pen to him? Extra pen? Yeah. If you don't practice, there is no use. हाँ, practice करना है भाई. कल आप online पे join किया ना? Video on या आप on किया था कल मैं देखा आपका. Yesterday you missed the class. Did you practice all the methods yesterday? कहाँ देखा? कहाँ practice किया कल methods? कल क्लास में मैं methods assignment दिया था. लैपटॉप में किया. Online people, are you able to write the method which is used to print the data available in the student object? आपका नोट्स कहाँ है? हाँ, ले लो एक दूसरा बुक ले लो. एक पेपर ले लो, पेन ले लो, ट्राई करो. You have to think, then only you will get the knowledge. और एक पेन दे भाई, फ्रंट ऑफिस में पूछो, देते हैं वो लोग. Any variable, it can be. You can take it as ID and name. Write the Java method to print the data available in the student object. हो गया? भाई आपका हुआ? No, this is directly you are writing the logic. Now I want a method for that. No, I want a method. Method signature. Where is your method signature? You should write one method. If I call that method, that should perform this operation. ना? एक method लिखना पड़ेगा आप. एक method लिखना. Praveen, show me. No, this is not wrong. This is wrong. Where is the method? I don't want to write in the main method, man. I don't want main method. I want your method. I want your method to print the data available in the object. You should write your own method, not in the main method. Main method you need to use only to call the other methods. You should not write in the main method. You should write your own method. Try that. That is wrong. This is wrong. Done? No. Wrong. Guys, see, understand what is the requirement. Write a Java method to print data available in the student object. So my method should return anything. Is my method required to return anything? Only print na. So do I need any return type? Nahi chahiye. My method don't return anything because what I am telling, print the data. Hey, kya hua? Are you fighting? Right. Now my requirement is to print the data. Observe carefully. This is the most important part. In the real-time project, we will develop the methods by using objects only. So I have given the same requirement. Read the requirement. Write a Java method to print the data available in the student object. That means your method will take student object as a input. That's it. No need to return anything. No need to return anything. So you need to write one method with void. You need to write a method with the void. You no need to return anything. Then what is the purpose of the method? Print the data. So can I take the method name as print data? Method name can be anything. You can take method name as a print or print student data or print student info or print student kuch bhi. You can take anything as a method name. What is input? Student. Student object you need to take as a parameter. That's it. Here you can write system.out.println. That logic to print. System.out.println s.id, s.name, s.age, like that you can print it. This is what I'm asking. You should write a method which is used to print student data. That means student data you are getting as a input. That is a object. Inside the method, you can write any logic. That is of your choice. Whether you print ID, whether you print name, that is a different story. I asked you to identify signature of the method. Void, method name, method parameter. What is the parameter? Student object. The student object can have any number of variables. ID, name, age, gender, like the date of birth, like that it can have any number of variables. I am passing one object as a parameter. So in the real time, everything will be represented in the form of object. Simple example, you can do like this also. You can do like this also. Void print into ID, string name, into age, char gender, Now double height, double weight. Can I take like this also? But what is the problem? No. The number of variables are increasing, right? Number of variables are increasing. Tomorrow, iska marks bhi aayega. Then how many parameters I need to take? Number of parameters are going to increase. Instead of taking the parameters one by one, can I create a student class? Can I take all the variables in the class And can I pass that object as a parameter? Yes. This is one approach to pass the data as a input for the method. This is another approach to pass the data as input for the method. Let's come to this program. Now, student class is available. How many variables available? Two variables available in the student class. Now, let me write one method here. Void print. What I am taking as a parameter? Student. Yes. Student. Yes. So, what is the parameter of my method? What is the parameter of my method? Student object. I'm taking student object as a parameter. Student, yes, that means print method expecting student as a parameter. Once we get that parameter, here I can write system.out.println s.id. Then I will take s.name. That's it. That's it. I have created a method. Can we call that method now? Can we call that method? If I create the method, is it going to execute? No. Why? It is our user defined method that will not execute. In order to execute, I need to call the method. First observe that method is an instance method or that method is a static method. Instance. How to call the instance method? By creating the object. Now see, which class object? Can I create student class object? Think. I need to create the student object to call the method, or I need to create the driver object to call the method? Driver object. Why? Because method is available in which class? Method is a print method I need to call. Print method available in the student class or print method available in the driver class? Driver class. So which class object I need to create now? Driver. Driver D is equal to new driver. Now, can I call D dot print directly like this? Can I print like this? Can I call the print method like this? It is already giving the error. Why? Method is expecting a parameter. Whenever we are calling, we need to pass the parameter. Am I passing the parameter? No. What parameter it is expecting? What parameter my print method is expecting? Student object. So what I need to pass for the print method? Student object. How can I pass the student object? Student S is equal to new student. S dot ID is equal to 101. S dot name is equal to some Raju, and I will pass yes. Got it? So this is how we are going to do the code in the real time. In the real time, we will write a method. My method will take one object as a parameter. Another method which is going to call this method. Here, student object is created, storing the data in the student object and calling the print method by passing the student object. Understood? Yes, sir. Here we are already passing the object. Yes, it is expecting that S is a variable which is holding the student object. Why it will show the error? It is expecting your object as a parameter. Here S is available now. S means it is a variable which is belongs to student. By using this variable, you can access all the properties of the student. Okay. Whenever you are calling the method, we are passing the object. So whenever you call, then only this will execute. Otherwise, it will not execute. Whenever you call, you pass the object. That object will have ID. That object will have the name. Good. Run this. Am I able to print it? Now, observe this code clearly. Slowly, we are entering into real coding. Slowly, we are entering into real coding. I will show you my project. Object will be passed as a method parameter. As of now, we used just reference types. As of now, we used just reference types. Now I am using objects. Object I am taking as a parameter. Similarly, now I will give one task. Based on this, can you do that? I will give one task based on this. Can you do that? Okay. Take a employee class with employee ID and employee salary. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. Okay. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. First, you need to take one employee class with ID and salary as properties. Then take driver class, take driver class and write the method to print employee object data. To print employee object data. Call the print method from main method. This is my requirement. Huh? Guys, read the requirement clearly. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. Then take a driver class and write the method to print employee object data and call the print method from main method. That's it. Same program as it is. Just one class name is changed. That's it. How we have done the student, in the same way we need to do for the employee. That's it. Do that. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. Take driver class and write the method to print employee object data and call the print method from the main method. If you are able to do this, that means you got the clarity on the methods and objects. Online students, please try that. Wrong. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. Take a driver class, write the method to print the employee object data and call that print method from the main method. You can see down. నేను చెప్తాను చూడండి ఒకసారి. You can take anything. Parameter can be anything. I mean, variable can be anything. Observe. Guys, see here. What is my requirement? Okay. Take a employee class with ID and salary as a property. So what I am going to do, first I will take a class with a name called employee. I will take a class with a name called employee. Integer ID, double salary. That's it. Is this good? Create a employee class with ID and salary as a properties. So I have taken a class employee, I have taken the ID and I have taken the salary parameters. Now next requirement, take a driver class, write the method to print the employee object data and call that print method from the main method. Now first I am going to write void printer. So what is the parameter? Employee E. Okay. System.out.println e.id plus e.name salary, sorry, e.name and e.salary. It is used to print employee data. So this method is a static method. It is available in the driver class. Now I need to call this method. Are you getting my point? I have taken a employee class. Employee class is one class. Driver is one class. Employee class having two properties. Properties nothing but variables. Now inside the driver class, I am writing void print method. My print method is taking object as a parameter. E.id, e.salary. Now I need to call this method, main method. Inside the main method, driver d is equal to new driver. I want to call d dot printer. What print method is expecting? Employee object it is expecting. So can I create the object? Employee E is equal to new employee. E dot id is equal to 101. E dot salary is equal to some 15,000. That's it. What is the difficulty there? Execute it. It is printing that ID 101, salary 15,000. Look at this. I have taken one employee class here. I have taken one employee class here. Then I have taken a driver class here. I have taken one employee class here and I have taken one driver class here. In the employee class, there are two properties available. Inside the driver class, I have a method to print the employee object. That print method I am calling from main method. This is a instance method. To call that method, I need the object, and print method is also expecting one object, employee object. I created employee object. I initialized the variables. I am passing object as a parameter. This method is taking the data from the object and printing the data. Same. Is there any difference between my previous program and this program? Only difference is there I used student, here I used employee. That's it, na? Yes, you can do that. E1.id, E1.salary, E1. That's it. Here it can be anything. Here it can be anything. No problem. You can change. That is just a variable. Na? It can be anything. If you want, you can initialize here also. No problem. Directly you can initialize that. Directly you can initialize that. Okay. Understood? What is the mistake? Yeah. Take an employee class with the properties. Yes. Here you need to write a print method. With this knowledge, Can I give one more requirement? Can I give one more requirement? Can you do that? Take product class with product ID, product ID, product name, product price. Take product class with product ID, product name and product price. Create a driver class. Create a driver class with a print method to print product data. That's it. Take a product class with product ID, product name, product price. Create a driver class with a print method to print product data. Product data nothing but ID, name and price. Take a product class with product ID, product name, product price. Create a driver class with a print method to print product data. All the three requirements are same, just class name is different. Try that. Online people, I will tell the flow. I will tell the flow. Take product class with product ID, product name, product price. Take product class with product ID, product name, product price as properties. Create a driver class with print method to print product data. I have done 2 examples. If you are not able to do the third example, you have to work hard. Same. I have done first example. I have done the second example. I have given the third example. Same scenario. Just I'm changing the class names. That's it. Done na? Good. Jaldi. Good. अरे यार इधर SOP क्यों लिखा? What is the use of SOP? It's wrong, right? Printing will done in the print method na? Why are you writing SOP there? It is wrong. You are not calling the print method. You have to call the print method instead of SOP. Ladies, completed. Wrong. What is this? Into D. Why into D? It should be, what is this? This one. No. This P1. Then you need to write P1.id, P1.name. Na? Based on the object, you need to initialize the variable. That is incorrect. And here you opened a brace. Here you have to close it. This is one class. Syntax are incorrect. Where are you calling the method? This is a class, na? No, it's not. Perfect. This is correct. You did not write the class properly. Your method is not proper. Your syntaxes are not correct. What is her name? Your name? Shivani. Shivani, yeah, show me. Incorrect. Incorrect. Guys, people are not able to write the methods. Still, there are some people who are not able to. इधर आओ, आपका दिखाना. हाँ. गलत गलत. Are they giving notebook for free? कितना है? 50 rupees. Okay. Which course you joined? हर शॉप में मिलता है. हाँ. उधर जाके अब खरीदना है क्या? ओके. Ashok IT copy you need. This is wrong ना buddy. In this method, print method में क्या करना आप? प्रिंट करना है. आप क्या कर रहे हैं? आप इनिशियलाइज कर रहे हैं. आप इनिशियलाइज इधर करना पड़ेगा. ये गलत है, गलत. Guys, see this. See this. Observe. Take product class with product ID, product name, product price as properties. That means you need to take one class with 3 variables. How to take the class with 3 variables? Class, product. That's it. Class, product, ID, integer PID, string, pname, double, price, कुछ भी, variable name. Okay. I have taken 3 variables inside the class. Where is you are not able to write that class. You have given a void there. You have shown me that void previously. Yeah, void means it is a method. Now how it will become a class? So you need to write the class. I have clearly given. Take product class with the product ID, product name, product price as properties. Now I have taken a class. So inside the class there are 3 variables available. That's it. Now go for driver class. Class driver. Inside this class, you need to write a method to print product data. How to take a method to print product data? Void print product P. Void product P. Here system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println P dot PID. P dot PID plus P dot P name plus P dot price. 3 examples are same. 3 examples are same. There is no difference. Still, if you are not able to write, your mind is not working. Your brain is not working. Student data, I ask you to print. And employee data, I ask you to print. Now I am asking to print product data. That's it. There is no difference. Now if you see, when I print student data, I have taken one student class. When I ask to print employee data, I have taken one employee class. When I ask you to print product data, I have taken one product class. I have taken one product class. Now, product is one class which is representing 3 properties. Now, are you getting? Learning theory is different. Writing the program is different. Theory everybody can understand. There is no doubt. If you bring a 6th class student also, he can understand the theory what I am telling. But to write the program, that analysis is required. The thought process you have to change. Is there any different? Simple example, man. I told you how to perform 10 plus 20. How to perform 10 plus 20. 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. Just I have changed the value. 30 plus 40. You are not able to do. I'm telling you how to perform the sum of 10 plus 20. But I am changing the value. I'm giving 30 plus 40. You are not able to do. My requirement also same. I explained you how to print student data by using one method. I explained you how to print employee data by using method. I asked you to print product data. That's it. What is the difference? Instead of the student class, you take a product class. Instead of taking student object as a parameter, you take product object as a parameter. Khatam. What is the big difference in that? Theory is different. Practicals are different. If you do the practicals, if you are able to write the code, then only you can survive. Only theory will not help you. With theory, you may select in the interview, but theory will not help you in the company. In the company, will they ask you what is object, what is class? Anybody, every day morning manager will come, hey, please tell me what is object, what is class. Will they ask that? Once you get into the company, nobody will ask you what is class, what is object. That theory only for interview. Once you got select in the interview, theory not required. You can throw our material. There is no use of that. Once you get into the company, what is required? That process. You have to analyze, you have to write the code. Theory till you enter into the company. Once you enter in the company, our material will not help you. Only your brain will help you. You should be able to write the code. After explaining 2 examples, I have given the same example for third one. Just I have changed the class name. Not able to do. Don't waste your time. 24 hours. Just 2 hours you are listening to the class. Remaining hours you have to spend for the practice. Don't roam on the Amirpet roads. There is no use. You have to sit and you have to practice. Lot of practice is required to become a programmer. After my explanation, everything is easy. After my explanation, everything is easy. Because I am here to explain you. I am here to make the subject easy for you. I will be there with you for 6 months. Uske baad, after 6 months, if I see you, then I will say hi, bye. But daily I will not come to your office to write your code. You can't meet me after the 6 months. I will not be available for you. Understand my point? So don't dependent on anyone. Have you seen your friends in the hostel who are taking the job support? Yes, what they are, why they are taking the job support? They are not able to survive. They are not able to do the work on their own. They are depending on somebody. कितना दिन आप depend करते हो दूसरे बंदे पे? How many days you will dependent on someone? How many days you will dependent on someone? Suppose for example, you are not able to write the code. You are giving me half salary. I am doing your code. Tomorrow I have some urgent work, or tomorrow I am not feeling well. Then I will switch off my phone. Then आप क्या करोगे? Tell me, man. You have taken a job support. You are not able to do your job. You are not able to write your code. You are giving me half salary. I am writing the code for you. You are showing to your manager. 1 month completed, 2 months completed. मेरा शादी fix हुआ. 1 month I am not available for you. You are gone. Without me, you can't write that code, right? How many days you will dependent? आप में दम होना चाहिए, खुद से लिखना पड़ेगा कोड. You should not dependent on anyone. You should not dependent on anyone. You have to struggle now only. You have to struggle now to write the code on your own, so that once you join in the company, you no need to take anybody help. Your colleagues should take the help from you. You should not take the help from them. That is how you need to become a programmer. Then you can go for any company. You can go for any location. You can survive. Are you guys getting my point? Now see how weak you are in the programming. 2 examples I have explained. Same example I have given, just changing the class name. You are not able to do it. If I explain, that is also easy. But if I give 4th example, you are not able to do. Theoretically, everybody will understand. Practicals, you have to do. Otherwise, you can't survive. God has given same brain for everybody. But how you are using it, that makes the difference. How you are using your brain, that makes you unique in the market. Getting my point? Everybody having the same brain. How you will get that identity? When you will get the identity in the market? If you have that thought process, if you have unique thought process, then you will become unique person in the market. In your company, 100 Java programmers will be available. If you want to get the promotion, your manager should identify you are unique, you are better than others. Then only he will identify, this Ankit is good, he is better than other programmers. Ankit able to write the code properly, he is able to analyze the project properly. Ankit को promotion दे देंगे, Ankit को hike दे देंगे, Ankit को gift दे देंगे. Like that managers will think. You need to show your greatness in the coding. Okay, right? See here. Now I have given the requirement. Take a product class with the product ID, with the product name, with the product price as properties. I have taken a class called product. I already told I need 3 properties in the product. So I have taken a class called product. In the product class, I have taken 3 properties. Then what is my next requirement? Create the driver class with the print method to print product data. I have taken a print method. This method is responsible to print product data. How I am passing product data? As a object. As a object. I am getting the object as a method input. That method input object I am printing. So this method will execute, or this method will not execute? Will not execute. Why? It is our instance method. It is our user defined method. If I want to execute that method, I need to call that method. Where I will call that method? In main method. How to write that? Public static void main string arguments. Now it is instance method. How to call it? Driver D is equal to new driver. Now I need to call D dot print. Can I call like this? Can I call like this? No. Why? Print method is expecting what? Product object. So now can I create a product object and can I pass it? Product P is equal to new product. Product P is equal to new product. P dot ID. P dot PID is equal to 101. P dot P name, some mouse, any product name, kuch bhi. Some mouse. Then P dot price, some 450. Then I will pass print of P. That's it. See the requirement. Take a product class with product ID, product name, product price as properties. I have taken a class with the properties, variables. Take a driver class with the print method to print the product data. Now I have taken a driver class. I have taken one method to print the data. That method is expecting what? Object as a parameter. I need to call the print method. Print method is an instance method. I'm creating the object. Then print method expecting object. So I'm creating the product object. I'm initializing the product object. I am passing the product object as a parameter for print method. Now, when I run this program, what will happen? It will start from main method. Driver class object will be created. Product class object will be created. Product class variables will be initialized. Print method will be called. For print method, product object we are passing as a parameter. Print method printing the product data. Can I execute this program? Instead of SOP, I should write system.out.println. That's it. Now class product is available. Observe carefully. Class product is available. Product ID, product name, product price. Then class driver is available. Inside the driver, what is there? Print method. What is the purpose of print method? What is the purpose of print method? Print the data. Is there any return type? What is the return type? Print method. Void. Why I am taking void? My method is just responsible to print, not to return anything. What is input for the method? What is input for the method? Object. Why I am passing object? Object can have any number of variables. Now I'm taking object as input. That object data I am printing. Now this method will not execute directly because it is user defined method. How to call that method? By creating the object. Print method available in the which class? Print method available in the which class? Driver class. I'm creating the object. Driver class object I have created. Driver object dot print. Print method is expecting a object. So I'm creating the object. I'm setting the data. I am passing the object. I'm passing the object. Now run this. Are we able to get the data? Yes or no? Now, can I give the same requirement? One more requirement? Yes or no? Guys, in the three examples, is there any difference? No. Logically, is there any difference in the three examples? All are same. The thing is, first example, student data. Second example, employee data. Third example, product data. Okay. Now, can you print in the same way? Can you print one doctor data? Doctor name, doctor specialization. You whatever you want, you can take it. Same. Take the doctor class with the doctor name, doctor specialization. Not doctor, doctor. take doctor class with doctor name, doctor age. ठीक है, doctor name, doctor age. As properties, create a driver class with the print method to print doctor data. That's it. If you are not able to do, then I have to jump from here to the ground floor. If you are not able to do, then it is my fault. I have to jump now. Good. You can sit down. You can sit down. Completed. Where is the main method? Where is the print method? Where? That is a class. That is fine. That is a separate class now. Where is the class keyword? Class. Doctor is one class. Driver is one class. Where is the class keyword? See here. See here. How I have taken the product? Then where is the class? Where is your print method? You are not getting the concept. Class keyword ekkada rasaru meeru? Where is the class keyword? Where is the print method? Where is the main method? Nothing is there. క్లాస్ కీవర్డ్ రాయలేదు, ప్రింట్ మెథడ్ రాయలేదు, మెయిన్ మెథడ్ కూడా రాయలేదు. Write separately, take a new paper, yeah, right there. How to create the class name? Where is the class keyword? ఇక్కడ చూడండి అండి, ఇక్కడ ఏం రాశాను నేను, క్లాస్ నేమ్ నా. మీ దగ్గర క్లాస్ నేమ్ ఏది రాశారు? ఇక్కడ క్లాస్ కీవర్డే రాయలేదు మీరు అసలు. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి నాకు ఈ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ మళ్ళీ సపరేట్ గా రాయండి మొత్తం. हो गया, देखा? सही है, ठीक है. गुड, ठीक है. గుడ్, కరెక్ట్. గుడ్ మ్యాన్, పర్ఫెక్ట్. ఇక్కడ క్లాస్ ఇది ఎండ్ అవ్వాలి. ఇది ఒక క్లాస్. మెయిన్ మెథడ్ మీరు డాక్టర్ లోనే రాశారు. మెయిన్ మెథడ్ షుడ్ బి దేర్ ఇన్ ద డ్రైవర్ క్లాస్. ఓకే, నౌ దిస్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్. Yeah, Sitaramaya, yours correct. Rajashekar, yours correct. Now see guys, I'm writing once again, observe. Okay, see this. What is my requirement? Take doctor class with doctor name and doctor age as the properties. Don't buttify. If you buttify, you cannot become a programmer. You have to understand the concept. I told you, take the doctor class with doctor name, doctor age as properties. So class doctor. Okay, what is the requirement? Age and name and age. Okay, string name, int age, that's it. Doctor is ready. Doctor class is ready with the two properties. Then I need to write one driver class driver. Then inside this I will take void printer. I'm taking doctor D system dot out dot println D dot name plus D dot age. हो गया. What is big deal? Same thing I am doing for fourth time. Student, product, employee, doctor. Okay, class driver. Inside that I am taking a print method which is used to print doctor data. Then I am taking main method. I want to call the print method from the main method. How to do that? Create the object driver d is equal to new driver d dot print. Can I call print directly? No. Why I cannot call print directly? Print is expecting the object. Which object it is expecting? Doctor object. So what I need to do now? Doctor d1 is equal to new doctor. Doctor d1 is equal to new doctor. D1 dot name is equal to some Rathod something. D1 dot age is equal to some 29. That's it. Now d dot print of d1. Okay, d dot print of d1. Got it? Run this method. Rathod 29. Not understanding, huh? See here. Take a doctor class with doctor name, doctor age as properties. So I have taken a class. In that class, I have taken two properties. Then I have taken driver class. Inside the driver class, I have a print method. What is the purpose of print method? To print the object data. The purpose of the print method is used to print the object data. Who will call this method? Main method. Method is expecting object. So I am creating the doctor object. I am passing the doctor object as a parameter for the print method. Look at this. Guys, seriously tell me who is not able to understand this? Who is not able to write this? Who is not able to understand this? Anyone? No problem. Tell me. Who is not able to understand this? Who is not able to write it? People who are able to understand, you can leave for the day. People who are not able to understand, you can sit. Yes, there is nothing wrong, man. If you are not able to write it, I will explain once again. There is no problem. So I'm done for today. I will upload the class notes. If you are able to understand, you can leave. If you are not able to understand, just sit. Online students also who are able to understand, you can leave for today. Not able to understand, you can stay. That's it. There is nothing wrong, man. If you are able to write it, you can leave. Online students also same thing. Program flow I will explain in the tomorrow session. Unless Parvesh Kumar. Program flow I will explain tomorrow. Program flow I will explain tomorrow. Okay. All of you come front. All of you come front. You can write it now, man. Okay. Yes, sir. Are you able to write or you are not able to write? But then why? Okay. Good. Last program only you are able to do it. Okay, good. Guys, simple. Remove this. Now I will give a different requirement. Let me copy this program. I want to check it why these people are not able to write this. Okay. Let me take a new requirement. Take player class with ID, name, age. Take player class with ID, name and age. Okay. Take player class with ID, name and age. First do this. Take a player class with ID, name and age. Anybody not able to do this also? Able to write it? Yeah. Class player. Where is the data types? Data types. When you take a variable, data type should be required. No? Variable should have a data type. ID means it is a number, int will come. Name means it is a character, string will come. Age means it is a number, int will come. So take a player class with ID, name and age. So it is a class. For this, I will take a player. ID. ID is a int type. I need to take the int ID. Name is a string. I will take string name, age, int age. That's it. Take a player class with ID, name and age. Are you clear with this? So when I ask you to take some properties nothing but variables. Take a class with variables. Then I have asked to take a driver class. Take driver class to print data, to print player data. Take driver class to print player data. Do it. First step is completed. Now go for second step. First step is take a player class with properties, with ID, name, age properties. Take player class with ID, name, age properties. Take player class with ID, name, age properties. Take driver class to print player data. So what is the meaning of that? I need to take one class called driver. Separate class. Player is one class, driver is one class. So what I am telling, take a driver class to print player data. So I need one method to print that. Void print method. So to print that data, I need the data, right? I will print it. But where is the data? How I will get the data? Input. I need a method input, right? I want to write a method to print the data. When method can print it, if I give some data to the method, then method can print it. How can I give the data to the method? As a parameter. Got my point? Now, if I want to do some action, I need some energy. If I want to teach the class, I need some energy. If I have the energy, then only I can speak. So speaking is my action, but food is giving me energy. I'm taking the food and I'm speaking. Got my point? Similarly, method should print it. If you give something to a method, then it can print it. How I am giving the input for method? I will give object. Player, I will give as a parameter for the method. So first I am taking player class with the properties. I have taken a player class with the properties. Then I am taking a driver class to print player data. So driver class is there. Inside the driver class, I am writing a print method. What I am giving as input for print method? One object I am giving. Then what this print method will do? System dot out dot println of p dot id, p dot id, some concatenation, because it is a string, p dot id plus p dot name plus p dot name plus p dot age, like this. Completed. Take a player class with properties. I have taken the class with the properties. Take the driver class to print the data. I have taken a driver class. Inside the driver class, I have a method. Method is taking object as the input. Method is printing the object data. Now, when I execute the driver, will this method execute? No. Why? To execute the method, we need a main method. So how I am going to do? Public static void main. It will take string arguments. String arguments. I need to call the method. This method is the instance method. To call the instance method, what is required? Object is required. Which object? Player object or driver object? To call this method first, I need the driver. But this method is expecting player. Both objects I have to create. So print method is available in the driver class. I want to call the print method inside the main method. Up to now, is this clear? Anybody having a doubt? Now I need to call the method. In order to call the method, what I will do? I will create the driver. Driver D is equal to new driver. Object is ready. Now I want to call that D dot printer. D dot printer. Can I call print directly? No. Why? Print is expecting object. Print is expect. Am I teaching the course for free? No. I'm taking money. You are giving me money as the input. I'm delivering the subject as an output. So now I want to call the print method. Can I directly call the print method? No. Print is expecting what? Object. What is the object it is expecting? What object my print method is expecting? Player. So what should I do? I will create the player P is equal to new player. Set the data. P dot id, P dot name, P dot age. Set data. Then I will pass player object. That's it. Got it? Any questions, anyone? Any questions? You can take any name. Player P, you can take P1. This also can be anything. Variable names can be different, no problem. Yes, here you can write P1, here you can write P2 also, no problem. You can write the same or you can write the different also. If you write the P1 here, then you need to access P1.id, P1.name, P1.age. Here if you take P2, you need to pass it as P2. It can be anything. You can initialize in the player class also, no problem. Yeah, actually I thought of teaching both, but people are not able to grab that. Tomorrow I will tell object as a return type. Today object is input. Tomorrow object as a return type. Still anybody not able to understand, not able to digest the subject? Good now? Fine. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.